Hello everyone, it's Jeremy. We're back with another video. Today we're looking at a little $10 set that was released this year. It's a 3-in-1 set, and you can see in the background each little build has its own little individual direction booklet. It's kind of weird that they just didn't put them all in one, because each one, I mean, there's only like 6 or 7 pages. You can see how thin these books are. They just didn't put it all in one. Kind of pointless. But let's look at this set. I was kind of apprehensive about buying this to start with. And then I looked at it. I'm like, well, I could buy it and probably part it out. We do a little valuation here. You figure a minifigure with nothing on him, no accessories, is probably $3. And then you look at the other pieces that it comes with. It comes with a total of 113 pieces. Before your little extra 1x1, little tiles and stuff. You get 113 pieces. Here's the box art for it. And it's called Cyber Drone. So you can see the 2 little side builds. You get some little kind of mech, and then looks like a little speeder flyer bike. I'm not sure what. There's not really any names for the 2 other builds. Let's look at this. So you figure $3 for the minifigure. We'll look at him in a second. And then I guess $7 in parts, if it's worth that. It's hit or miss. You get some good parts. You get some good colors. This different blue color here, there's not, that's more of a rare color because it's a newer color. So if you're an older builder like me, you don't have a lot of these newer colors unless you went on Bricklink and just, splurged on one certain color. You get this canopy piece for your cockpit. Here's the bottom of it, and here's the back. And actually, when you look at it, the build, it's not that bad of a build. So you've got some vertical thrust on this, if you want to do that. It doesn't sit that well if it's like that, so it doesn't, I don't know. I guess maybe if you angled it like that, he could take off kind of like that. But you get some decent pieces here in this little build. So to me, yeah, I'll probably end up parting it out eventually. I needed some of the orange pieces here. Black, you always use black for all kinds of stuff, accents or main builds. You get 2 of those ball joint receiver hitches. It's an inverted slope piece. Let's pop this off. One of these engines. You can kind of see this one piece here is a big black piece. I didn't have one of those, so that's a new piece to me at least. And then our tail, when you do this build with the tail, that's how you build it. So you get a couple of those pieces there, the pieces that can articulate and lock into place. So yeah, that's our build for our cyber drone, if you want to call it that. Let's look at our minifig. And we'll get him up close. He's got the retro style logo on his chest. He's got that translucent head. Try to get him in focus here again. There he is. I'll turn him around to the back. And you can kind of see, it looks like he's, I guess that's a panel or something on the back of his head. At first, when I stuck it on there, I thought he was just a Cyclops. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I got to looking and turn it around, and then he ends up having, a full face on the front. And the camera just does not want to focus. So that's our minifig. Nothing on the side. It does have blue hands. I know that's not very common with a lot of minifigs. But I guess the one bad thing is, if you're a big space collector or you get into space, I mean, he's kind of a one-off set. There's not really any other groups like him, like Blacktron, Mtron, Space Police, Ice Planet, stuff that I had or still have, that I collected a little bit of growing up as a kid. But this guy, I mean, he's kind of a one-off thing. Now, I'm not saying you couldn't do that and just have, you know, if you bought multiples of these sets and then you built, you know, some of the other builds here, you'd have a nice little, I guess, army, or at least a little raiding party. You know, if you probably bought 2 or 3 of each set, you'd probably, you know, you'd be, I guess 3 of each set would be $90 plus tax. You're probably looking at $100. But you'd have, you know, 9 figures. And that's probably, you know, a pretty good size army compared to some of the other space sets that are out there, or space lines. You know, 5 or 6, 7 guys. This one you'd have 9. You need to have multiple different builds, at least, that they gave you. You know, along with whatever you wanted to build yourself. But at least in this color scheme, you'd have that. So, I mean, you could do that if you wanted to extend the space line out a little bit, or make your own special little group and just name it. I don't know. I mean, they've all kind of got this mechanical look to them. But yeah, that's what we've got for today, guys. The build, pretty simple. It went pretty fast. I mean, it's only 113 pieces, so you know, it's not going to take very long at all, especially if you're a skilled builder, or, you know, you've built stuff before and you don't have trouble flying through the directions, multiple directions at a time. But that's what we got with this little set. I just wanted to do a quick little video. I don't think many people have done a video on this, and I just kind of got that idea that, you know, if I was into space and had a big, you know, setup, kind of like I plan on doing with a Lego City and Farm, I'd probably buy a bunch of this just to have these different builds, you know, in multiple numbers, and maybe create some kind of little base or something, and, you know, kind of be set with using that same orange and, I don't know, whatever blue this is, color scheme. But that's what we got for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.